Hey everyone, Bobby here. I hope you are doing well. Welcome to another episode of SEO Secrets. Today I want to dive into the topic of SEO and artificial intelligence. This is a huge topic in my opinion. However, you're not going to see a lot of articles written on it, or you're not going to hear a lot of podcasts about it, or you're not going to see a lot of videos around this topic because it's, I think, still an emerging topic. And to be honest, the changes with Google moving to a machine-based learning AI platform, it's a relatively, within the last 5 years, a relatively new phenomena. So, but anyway, I think it's extremely important, and mostly because I think there's a massive opportunity that's available right now for any business that effectively deploys an SEO AI strategy. There's a huge opportunity right now to secure a strong, definitive position and presence in search, because the future of Google search is AI. The future is artificial intelligence and machine-based learning. Google's already making the shift in that direction, and in fact is already in that disposition. So today I want to talk about SEO and AI, and AI with Google search. It permeates across both the organic search rankings, but also across Google local search or Google Map search rankings. So it is present in both elements of Google search, really in everything that Google's doing. You can even see it in Gmail as you're typing. You may have noticed it's creating suggested phrases and words as you type. That's a reflection of Google's AI at work. So it's really permeating across all of what Google is doing, but especially in search. Okay, so first, let me give you a very brief overview of the core tenets of artificial intelligence, and hopefully I can help you see the correlation of AI as it relates to SEO. Okay, at a very basic level, artificial intelligence, any AI platform, requires a massive amount of data to make decisions and to evolve. Okay, the more data the artificial intelligence platform has, the faster and more accurate that decision-making process can be executed. So based on the data that it has, these data inputs, artificial intelligence executes what's called a predictive model. Okay, so the more data, the more inputs it gets. The output is what's called a predictive model in AI. In terms of SEO, this predictive model is the process that Google uses to determine the search results for any given search query. Okay, so data inputs with Google search, the search queries, the output is the search results. For organic SEO, that predictive model output will determine how well your website and web pages rank in Google's organic search results. For local SEO, that predictive model will determine how well your business location or locations will rank in Google local search or in Google Map search results. The data inputs that the predictive models in AI execute on, those data inputs are what's called features. Okay, so these are just some technical terms from the artificial intelligence world. You can think of features as the data attributes that Google uses to determine search results. Okay, and these features are what Google uses to determine who gets ranked where within those search results, and again, for any given search query. Since the features are the data attributes that are influencing the AI, in terms of SEO or the search results in Google, the more data that you can build to reinforce those features, the more reinforcement you can build to influence the outcome of the predictive model or Google search. Okay, so I know that all just probably sounded super confusing, but in other words, the more data that you can build to reinforce the relevance and authority of your website and your business, the higher your rankings will be in search and the more traffic, presence, and productivity your business will experience from these higher rankings. That should be pretty evident. So at very face value, the higher rankings that you have, the more productivity you see in your business with traffic rankings, phone calls, appointment requests, direction requests, things of that nature. For SEO and AI, you need to focus on building data inputs or features for two main areas or two main objectives. And I mentioned them already, but one is organic SEO, which is organic search, Google organic search results. And number two is local SEO, which is Google's local search results or Google Maps. The quality and the quantity of data inputs or features that you build, again, will ultimately determine the authority and the relevance of your presence in Google search. Okay, so there are three main areas to focus on when building the quality and quantity of your data inputs for SEO and AI. Those three areas are, number one, the pages that you build within your website. Number two, the content you build to publish on those pages. And number three, the off-page attributes such as backlinks and citations that reference your website and your business location. And again, remember with SEO and AI, it's the quality and the quantity of data that will determine your overall authority and presence in Google search. Okay, so let's go through those three very quickly. Number one, the pages you build within your website. So it's important to, or I should say, one way we look at the optimization of a website, we think of your website as, in essence, a database. Okay, and it's very important, thinking of your pages, it's very important to have what we call key phrase to page alignment. Okay, so you may see your website might be like this. We see it all the time. I'm just going to use a personal injury lawyer in Atlanta as example. They may have 5 or 10 pages within their website that are all in essence covering the topic of personal injury lawyer in Atlanta. Okay, that is not achieving key phrase to page alignment. And as such, it creates what we call fragmentation within your website. If you have a fragmented website, you have broken that chain of the quality and the quantity of data that makes up your website. As such, your website will become highly diluted and you'll have a very difficult time ranking in Google organic search with your pages. Okay, so one thing we do just very quickly, we go through, we refer to it as enhanced SEO. We go through and in essence defragment the website by identifying what the single one most authoritative page is for any given topic. Then we identify all of the redundant pages, shore up that content or shore up the best content from the redundant pages to the top tier page. And then we 301 redirect all of those redundant pages to that top tier page. Okay, this achieves what we refer to as defragmenting your website, and again creating a very clean line of sight, key phrase to page alignment within your website, achieving the quality and the quantity of data within the pages of your website. Okay, number two, your on-page content. So the content that you build to publish on these pages. Okay, when it comes to content, just a very quick discussion here. We could go in a lot of different directions, but you got to remember that Google is an answer engine, right? You and I use Google to search for answers and solutions and products and services. Google has, and you may have read this or heard this before, but Google very much favors what's called long form content, or in other words, complete content. Content that does a very good job of going in depth and thoroughly covering a topic, a topic or a category. Right? So complete content. And again, this is the problem with number one, with the pages within your website. If you have a lot of pages that are in essence covering the same or similar topics, you have fragmentation. Okay, long form content, complete content that answers questions and provides in-depth information and analysis, those pages will perform better than short form or thin content, or in a fragmented environment, a website that has a lot of pages covering a similar topic. Okay, so your on-page content, in summary, think in terms of long form, complete content that thoroughly covers a particular topic or subject matter that your content is about. Look at Wikipedia pages, right? We all know how well Wikipedia pages perform in search. So one of the contributing factors to that is that those Wikipedia pages, they're very in-depth, long-form pieces of content. They are very much complete pieces of content. Okay, so when you're building out your long form content, a tool that we use is you can find this tool at lsigraph.com. That's lsigraph.com. But basically what that tool does is it helps you to see semantically related keywords and topics relative to the topic that your page of content is about. Okay, this is referred to as the latent semantic index. Okay, and this all ties back to SEO and artificial intelligence and machine-based learning that Google uses to determine search results. So one way to build long-form, in-depth, complete content is to reference a lot of semantically related topics within your core topic. And again, I don't want to go, I can create another episode where I go in depth on this tool, but go to lsigraph.com, enter a top tier category or topic. Okay, so let's say car accident lawyer, right? Or let's say dentist, or let's say basketball sneakers, whatever the case may be, tennis camps, right? A top tier topic, enter it at lsigraph.com, and you'll be given a very long list of semantically related keyword phrases and topics that you can use to build into and help you build out your long form complete content. Okay. And then the final point on the on-page content is the site structure. Okay, we refer to site structure simply as the proper optimization of your metadata, which is the components of the page of a site kind of on the back end, like your meta title or your meta description or your image alt tags. Okay, reinforcing your topic or your targeted keyword phrase within that metadata is important for your on-page content. Okay. And we refer to that as site structure. But then on the front end, the visual side of that page of content, under site structure, I want you to implement H1 tags, so a proper use of an H1 tag that has your main topic mentioned in the H1 title tag, which should be at the very top of your page. And then down throughout your long form piece of content, use H2 subtitle tags to reinforce the subtopics of the content on that page. And again, lsigraph.com, it will give you a lot of latent semantic index related topics to use, but you would emphasize those main subtopics within H2 title tags on the content of your page. Okay, so all of that is under number 2, the on-page content. And then number 3, and I don't want to say it's the most important piece because the number 1 and number 2 are really important, but number 3 is extremely important because it's kind of the fuel that drives the entire machine-based learning AI component of Google search. And that is your off-page inbound links and citations. Okay, so when it comes to inbound links and citations, again, it's critically important to remember that the quality and the quantity of that data is what reinforces the machine-driven AI in Google search. Okay, so in terms of links and citations, the quality and the quantity of that data, the data being the backlinks and the data being your citations, that is what's being used to reinforce the relevance and authority of your website, your pages, and your locations. Okay, for organic SEO, this means high quality and high quantity of backlinks to your website and your landing pages. For local SEO, this means high quality and high quantity of citations, or what we refer to as citation distribution portfolio, which your citations also include a link to your website. Okay, so very quickly on the links to your website, or a link within your citation for a single location, in most cases, you're going to use your homepage URL for a single location. Yeah, so for a single location, in most cases, you're going to use your homepage URL. For multiple location businesses, if you have 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 locations, you should use a location page within your website and associate that location page URL with the citations for that location. Okay, so by making a concerted effort on building the quality and the quantity of data in these three areas, and again, the three areas are the pages that you build within your website, number one. Number two, the content that you build and publish on those pages. And number three, your off-page attributes, which are inbound links and citations. By making a concerted effort on building the quality and the quantity of these three data inputs, you will be reinforcing the authority of your website, the authority of the pages within your website, and your business location in Google's AI-driven search results. Okay, and if you do this, if you can do this better than any of your competitors, you will see an exponential growth in your traffic, in your rankings, and in the productivity of your business from Google search. The good news is that very few people in the world today understand, relatively speaking, I'm speaking relatively here. The good news is that very few people in the world today understand SEO and AI. As such, I believe that right now is an amazing opportunity for businesses large and small to capitalize on this lack of knowledge that is around Google's AI-driven search results. I think it's just a huge opportunity, and that's why I'm excited to start talking about it and start sharing it with you, because I want to see you and your businesses start leveraging the sort of semantics around Google AI, start understanding it, and start thinking in terms of optimizing for these AI-driven search results. Okay, and since the future of Google search is machine learning and AI, I think that right now you can gain a massive advantage and stronghold in your market by leveraging these SEO AI strategies. Again, these SEO strategies for AI, for Google search, they can be deployed for both your organic search results and your local search results in Google Maps. So that's a quick overview of SEO and AI. I know it's a lot. This is a much longer episode than I normally do. And in the future episodes coming up here, I'm going to dive deeper into each component and different nuances. As you probably can tell listening to me talk about it, I don't talk about this a lot, but I'm going to be talking much more about this. I think it's extremely important. AI is what's driving Google search right now. And as such, I think it's important that we right now start thinking more about it, learning how to leverage it, and experimenting within it, and getting a better understanding of SEO and AI. So I hope this was helpful. Again, I'll be sharing this episode on the SEO Secrets Facebook group. Just go to Facebook and search SEO Secrets. You should find the Facebook group. Just go ahead and join that. I'll be sharing it there. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts and your comments and your feedback on this topic. So thanks for listening.